Hey BGBers, and welcome to Board Game Burger. My name is Rachel and this is What's Cookin', our format for crowdfunding projects. It's where we take a look at an upcoming project and tell you whether or not it deserves that chef's kiss. Okay gamers, I hope you're ready for an adventure and a giveaway, because today we're going to take a look at Through Ice and Snow, an interesting theme not often seen in the board game world. Players are taking on roles of well-known adventurers seeking to make their mark by exploring the North Pole. No, not where Santa Claus is, but due to the treacherous journey in the thick ice, adventurers must travel together as they hope to survive and bring their discoveries to light. Through Ice and Snow, it is broken up into 3 phases. First, the navigation phase. This phase is where a leader must be chosen. Either the adventurer with the most dynamite or a player who took the start player marker during the previous round's action phase. The leader chooses the destination and breaks the ice paying a dynamite, or kaboom! Then all players reduce their morale and health by 1. Lastly, the leader of this round chooses to either hug the coast, which costs 2 fuel, or take your chances in the deep waters, which costs 1 fuel. After fuel is paid by all players, reveal the event card and resolve its effects. Some effects are negative, some are positive, and some even provide an extra space to send your workers for this round. Players will need to keep a close eye on their resources, because once they're gone, it's very hard to find more. If your morale, health, or fuel chart get too low, there will be severe penalties to pay, like death, and your ship may need to be towed by others, costing you big points. After the navigation phase comes the action phase. The action board is split into 3 major categories: the captain, the carpenter, and the scientist. Captain actions include taking the start player token, exploration, which lets a player use their sled dogs and cash in on points depending on the level of your sled, or make friends with the Inuit, gaining a dog to add to your sled team and invite them to be a part of your crew to provide invaluable guidance to help you in your journey. The carpenter actions let you build cabins worth 5 points and let you store food for future journeys for even more points. Improve your sled by spending wood and moving the token on your sled value, or even upgrade your ship by spending wood. You can gain upgrades that allow you to gain food, points, avoid negative event cards, and even use normal crew members as if they are special workers. Science actions allow players to document new species unknown to the established world. Each newly discovered species gains that player 5 points. But something so very vital is the hunting action. Here, players can hunt for food, which raises their health and helps them to survive. But spaces are limited and you will need enough crew and weapons to get the job done. In the lab, you can pay wood to gain precious fuel. The last phase is the boarding phase. Players take back all their crew members. Then it's time to eat. Each crew member consumes 1 food. If you don't have enough food, you can eat one of the new species you discovered. Or you could eat one of your dogs, but you lose 2 points. Once everyone is fed, the round is over and the new round begins. The game ends after the final destination on the map is reached. Then it's time for the players to calculate the point. The player with the most different species score an extra 20 points. Second place scores 10 points, and all players score points listed on the species cards. The player who built the most cabins scores 15, and the second place person scores 7. Then players score points based on their goal cards that they received at the beginning of the game. And as you guys know, the explorer with the most points wins the game. Through Ice and Snow is a worker placement and resource management game with a touch of set collection. It does something so very well that so many other Euro worker placement games struggle with. The theme comes through in a huge way. Each game starts off calm with plenty of resources. After a few rounds in, resources get a little tighter, but still, when others take that worker placement spot that you want, it's not the end of the world. But at a certain point, every resource, morale, and worker placement spot becomes so precious. Just like an expedition through the North Pole, resources run out, morale sinks, and starvation becomes a real possibility. I love games where the theme really comes through. But this game is not for the faint of heart. This is on the verge of an expert level game, not because that it's hard to learn or play, but because of how cutthroat it becomes. When blocked from making certain moves, it can cost you major points. But what I love is the tension of competition and the semi-co-op nature of the game. Because if no players have a dynamite at the start of the new round, all players lose. If you don't have enough fuel, you cost the expedition leader fuel because they have to tow your ship. Now please remember that all you see here is a prototype and will be greatly improved. But there are some improvements that I really do hope that the designers make. Double layer player boards would be optimal because number one, they look awesome. And number two, due to the resource tracks, these cubes can be easily displaced during play. Another hope that I have is for the artwork. The box cover speaks to the theme greatly, but what I would like to see is that it pops just a little more. Maybe a larger ship and mountains in the background with a snowy blue-gray sky and sled dogs or new species that you would find in the front. Also, I would like to see some artwork on the worker placement boards, a little similar to the player boards. Even the artwork on some of the cards and the map boards need to be just a little bigger so that the players can identify locations more easily. But from what we have heard, many of the art changes are being planned and we can't wait to see the final product. I can recommend this game to those of you who love worker placement games that leave little room for error and an original theme that comes to life through gameplay. If that is you, head on over to the campaign using the link in the description and we'll see you there. Oh, I almost forgot. Now is the time I announce the question you must answer in the comment section below in order to win a copy of this cool game. Get it? Cool? Ice? Never mind. Ready? What animal from this game would you want to eat the most? I really am looking forward to the answer to see what kind of adventurer you are. Now, if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and as always, stay hungry for more board games, guys. Tschüss!